H5P is a great website from MIT that lets you create, share, and reuse interactive HTML5 content in your browser. This is great for making virtual manipulatives and activities. Let's take a look at some of the features. First, you will navigate to h5p.org and create an account. So you can see there's Create Free Account. Click on that. Then you will fill out the required fields. Notice the little red asterisks by the places you have to fill out. When you're finished, click Create New Account. Then once you're in the site, I would recommend clicking on Examples and Downloads. This will bring you to a page with many examples of what H5P has to offer. Navigate through and see what you like. If you want, you can narrow down your content types here with this filter. Otherwise, you can simply scroll down and browse. When you find one you like, click on it. So here's an example. I clicked on Image Sequencing. Then it gives me a little bit of an overview as well as an example. So this example then I can actually try out right on that page. Here I would drag and drop the planets to put them in order. When I'm finished, I can check my answers at the bottom, or I can show the solution. And then when I click check, for instance, it shows me how well I did, how many total moves I made, and how much time I spent on it. But then I can simply click retry and give it another go. So here I am on the actual website. Let's see how this looks. So if I click an item, I can simply drag and drop. So we have really nice drag and drop options. Very nice manipulatives for students. Notice the timer and the total moves. I can check my answers. Well, I didn't do so well, so I can click retry and I can do it again. If I've tried several times and I still can't get it right, I can click on Show Solution and I see what the answer should be. At the bottom of every H5P activity, you will see a Reuse option at the bottom. And this is on all the examples. If you click that, it will allow you then to download that file as an H5P file, and that will save on your computer. So you'll want to remember where that is. But later you can upload this into your own account if you want to either use it as is or modify it into your own type of activity with a similar format. The other option at the bottom is Embed. And once you have your activity created that you really want to use, you'll want to click that Embed option. That gives you Embed Code, which then you can put in Schoology, or you can copy the link, which is in quotation marks here, and share that through Seesaw. So once you have examined the options that are there, click on My Account at the top to go to your area of H5P. Click on the Contents option at the top, and that will show you any activities you've already created. You can click Edit if you want to continue working with one of those. Otherwise, if you're just getting started or want to create something new, click Create New Content. This takes you to the creation page. If this is not expanded, just simply click the little drop down. Otherwise, up here you can search, or you can simply scroll down and find the type of activity you would like to create. If you click the Details button, you'll get a summary and an option to try a demo. Then simply click on the option you would like to create. This takes you to the place where you create the interactive content. So at the top you'll see there's a place for a tutorial and an example, again to give you some scaffolded support. Then you'll need to fill out the items for the task. So the title, what do you want it to be called? Task description is really the directions. And then you will go down and complete the task itself. Now every one of these is a little different, so I'm not going to go into detail on that, but read the directions, follow the models as they are demonstrated. You can see in this case you need to put asterisks around the words that will be the manipulative pieces. So look at the format that is offered for each example. As you go further down the activity, you will likely see a feedback area, and here you can make some automated feedback. So if the person got between 0 and 50%, I could say keep trying, or between 51 and 80, you're getting closer, try again, or great job. So you can decide what this looks like, or you can skip it altogether if you choose. The behavioral settings are kind of important. This is where you enable the retry option or the show solution option. Instant feedback would let them know as soon as they click something if it's right or wrong. Most people don't do that because it makes it a little too easy, but that is your choice. At the bottom, these are the options that will display underneath the H5P activity. Generally, we keep these as they are, but you may change them as desired. When you are finished, click Save. So this takes you to your activity. Here you can either view it or edit it if you see some mistakes. So in the view mode, you can actually drag it around and do it. And then you'll see at the bottom, you can reuse or embed, as we looked at earlier. So if you're happy with it, you can use it. Now to embed, again, you would click on the embed option. You would come over to the little pop-up that's there and then change the embed code size. So 800 by 350 is a good starting point. Just change them and then select your embed code. And then you could bring that into the desired platform of your choice. If you click My Account, it will take you to the place where all of your activities are stored. If you click View, you'll see the most recent content. If you click Contents, you'll see everything you've created. And then you can just simply click a title to open it at the bottom. Or if you want to edit it, you can click that option as well. If you choose the Reuse option at the bottom, this is where you can make a copy of something that you've already created or share it with somebody else. So let's say you've made one and your teacher colleague wants to use the exact same thing but just change it up a little bit. You can download it, get that file, and send that to your colleague. If you're using it yourself, then you would simply go back to H5P and create a new activity. And once you go in there, instead of creating content, you will click Upload. If you don't see that, hit the little drop-down arrow, but then choose Upload. Choose to upload the file. Find your file, select it, click Use, and then it will bring you to that copy of the activity where you can rename it, change the examples, and then save when you're finished. Now you have a new version of that original activity. If you're going to put this into Schoology, you would choose that first Embed Code option. So once you've changed the size, you've selected your embed code, then you would go to Schoology, create a page, or it could be an assignment or a discussion that goes there as well, but a page is very common. Then once you're creating it, you will click the bottom dot over here to enter HTML mode. Then you will paste in the embed code and click Create. In Seesaw, it would be a little different. You can't use embed code in Seesaw, but you would still click that embed code option. Then you have to select only the web address that's inside the quotation marks. Once you do that, you can go to Seesaw, choose the link option, for example, paste in the link. If you want to record directions over it, you can. Click the green check and have that ready to share with students. So that's kind of a quick overview of H5P. I encourage you to get in there, dig around, and find something that really works for you and your students. Explore and share with your colleagues.